I have heard your calls, and it's back. So this is Ruining Classic Movies Part 27, The Batman Edition. Disclaimer, Nolan's Batman will not be included because it deserves a video all its own. We're gonna start with the OG Batman. Some of you may be saying that the Adam West version is the OG Batman. Fuck you, this is the OG. I'm gonna start by saying that Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson's performances, fucking sweet. I'll never understand why they cast Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent, but we'll let it go because he did a good job. They could have settled down on the close-ups of Michael Keaton's ass, though. What is their obsession with bat ass? They did make the Joker a little cartoonish. And no movie needs its music solely done by Prince. Wonder how much they gave him for that. Oh yeah, we're fucking with a classic. So many things wrong with this movie. This is the first time that Batman tried to include two different villains. Wouldn't be the fucking last, though. But out of all of them, this was pretty well done. You know, except for the part that the Penguin broke into the Batmobile. You'd think Bruce Wayne would have thought of that shit. You're the world's greatest detective, Bruce. Act like you've been there before. Also weirded me out that the Penguin actually controlled an army of penguins. Little heavy-handed on the reference, wouldn't you say? Let me say, too, I own a cat. Not one time did Catwoman try to show Batman her butthole. Wonder where that was in the final script. Let's also agree that casting Christopher Walken is a really big fucking distraction. You see, it was the Batman. But Michael Keaton's on a roll. There's no way they could screw that up. Spoke too soon. Wow, that Batman looks different than it has for the last two movies. Whose fucking bright idea was it to cast Val Kilmer? Before we get started, let's say that Jim Carrey was the perfect fucking Riddler, and Tommy Lee Jones was just unhinged enough to play Two-Face. Didn't fucking need Nicole Kidman, though. And Robin was kind of doofus. And as far as breaking into shit is concerned, they went big. Fuck the Batmobile, we're breaking into the fucking Batcave. It's Wayne Manor. You'd think they'd have a better security system. My main beef is the circus scene. When Val Kilmer stands up and yells, "I'm Batman," it might have been loud in there, but at least a few people heard him. Oh yeah, and Robin stole the fucking Batmobile. I say this a lot, but you think there'd be countermeasures to stop that from happening. Whose fucking idea was this? This is what happens when you get a Batman movie by committee. Let's cast the dude from ER, the chick from Clueless, the chick from Pulp Fiction, and the Terminator. And badass wasn't quite enough for this one, so they put nipples on Batman. Just fucking unnecessary. Not to mention, if you're gonna make villains, don't make them so fucking relatable. All she wanted to do was save the world, and all he wanted to do was cure his wife. Not that villainous. The Mr. Freeze puns, however, should have been a fucking crime. But at least it can't get any worse. I was wrong. The Penguin and Riddler look different. So does Batman. Looked a little sparkly. This movie turned Batman into a bitch. And set up sequels we'll never get to see because we can't keep anybody in the Batman role for more than 5 minutes. But the Riddler was cool because they turned him into Jigsaw. But we got more comments, so like and follow part 28!